Hey everybody, Wisdom here. It is now Wednesday morning, May 14th, 2014, 3:46 a.m. I am up because I have important stuff to do. In the case of this video, it is the introduction of Doomstone. Now, Doomstone, a lot of people, tend to go with the masses, what's new, what's current, what's the latest and greatest release. I don't do that. I just go with whatever appeals to me initially. I was the most intrigued by Doomstone out of all the swappers. This goes back to that big leaked video that got actually yanked from YouTube. But that's when I saw Doomstone, and basically a few people asked me, like, hey, what was in that video? I missed it. And all I would really say is that, hey, don't worry about the Earth element. It's going to be well taken care of. So, Boomjet, had a lot of appeal, interest in him. I'd seen a couple of them at E3, but I mean, Boomjet definitely appealed to me. Night Shift I was very intrigued by. Thought Stink Bomb kind of had some interesting potential. I saw Spire Eyes. I didn't realize he was going to turn out to be as cool as he actually was. But after that leak, I saw nothing of Doomstone at E3. But in that leak, Doomstone was just really, really cool. And now, finally, at long last, he is available. Again, I picked him up at Toys R Us, $16.99. Sadly, is their price. There's usually a promo. Currently not one right now, go figure. But he is located at Walmart on the West Coast. Again, their distribution pattern. You've seen this in the past. Factor in however long it took with the previous characters. If you want to wait for that, or you don't have a Toys R Us near you. Again, a lot of people, particularly those on the East Coast or metropolitan areas in the West Coast, they don't realize that not everyone has multiple Toys R Us in their town. Again, I'm out here in Texas, a rural area. I guess fortunate enough to live close enough proximity in a big city to have one, but there's many people that you literally are looking at 2+ hour drive to get to a Toys R Us, and that's kind of sad. So that's why I always try to cover the more mundane retailers. A lot of people have a GameStop, not a Toys R Us, etc. As soon as I see him at other stores, Toys R Us, GameStop, etc., I meant to say Target, GameStop, etc., I'll let you know. When I hear of him being at Walmart and Best Buy, I'll keep you filled in there as well. Again, I personally don't frequent either one of those stores too often, but Target, GameStop, Toys R Us, those are right up my alley. So I'll keep you posted as best I can. And again, online is your friend. Toys R Us has him listed, just not available for purchase yet. Similarly, Amazon should be getting him fairly soon. Since Walmart already has him, we can kind of determine the Toys R Us didn't have like some big time exclusive window on them or something. That said, $16.99 was the price. It'll be 14. Is it 14? I can't even remember now. Seems like they're $2 higher. I want to say $14.99. Anyway, it's going to cost you something. But as always, do not pay scalpers. Just be patient. The stock at my local Toys R Us was actually pretty good, which is a good sign in my opinion. They've had plenty of time to get this guy ready. Again, they had the exclusive deal in New York City, and hopefully there will be a nice, big hit of Doomstone here early on to satisfy everyone. So, but again, if you miss out, don't pay money for him online. Greater than retail. That's ridiculous. You should just wait. You'll catch him on sale. You could pay, buy 2 or 3 for the price you're going to pay a scalper. So, and by you not buying from a scalper, it deters them from scalping. So, I'm kind of losing my voice, and it is, like I said, just here before 4 a.m. That said, I guess I need to get him on the Portal of Power. And the question remains now, can I reach him? And I don't know if I can. Alright, I got him. I've got long arms. We're good. I have Legendary Lightcore Grim Creeper here, as you can see. Now, with Doomstone on the portal, I will actually get several accolades here. Obviously, both of the spin swappers. Again, he joins forces with Free Ranger. More obviously, both Earth Element swappers joining up with Rubble Rouser. There may be something for all 16 swappers. It's been so long since we've seen like progress on that accolade, I can't remember, but should be several pretty cool things here in terms of like your collection and completion goals. So let's go ahead and I guess back out of here. You'll see his introduction, we'll see the accolades, and we'll come into our usual intro. So without further ado, here we go. Another smash hit. twist and turn. That was it. That's interesting. First thing I noticed, number one, he looked awesome coming in. Number two, the character artwork looks really good there on the screen. In game, it looks like the green on his shield is actually glowing. Looks like it is glowing on the club as well, so that's pretty cool. Also, that little piece, kind of like the Roman upswing on his helmet there, has got that little green shading in there. It's glowing as the visor. I think the visor is too. Now, it could just be catching the sun reflecting off of that. Bottom line, he looks pretty awesome. Let's go ahead and see what he looks like when he jumps. So he does a nice little spin there. Let's see if we can count the number of rotations. Jeez, that's shouldn't be so hard to do. Anyway, one or two. We'll just call it that. And go on. Let's see here. Let's just come in and do his
I'm no blockhead.
Stats, I guess. Max health 280, speed 35, armor 30, that's pretty significant. Critical hit 7, elemental power, thanks to him, we're plus 70 on the earth element side, so we're sitting at 95. Box stock, of course, that would be 25. Come into upgrades. Part of me doesn't want to do this because I'm planning on upgrading them immediately. The other part of me says do it because that's how you've done all the videos. So I'll just kind of breeze through these. If you want greater detail, fear not, the upgrade videos are coming right after this. But primary attack that we'll check out here in a little bit is called Column Club. Press Y to swing a heavy column at nearby enemies. Next attack is tertiary. It's called Living Statue. Hold X to block close attacks. Blocking attacks will cause nearby attackers to turn jade for a short time. That looks really cool, kind of Chop Shop-esque. Definitely sets him apart from the majority of Skylanders there. Next base upgrade, Reject and Reflect. Hold X to block projectile attacks. Blocked projectiles are hit back at enemies, turning them to jade. Column Duty. Hold Y to charge the Column Club. Release to cause a large area of damage. Causes more damage the longer Y is held. So that's going to be interesting. It's also probably going to be a pain to document. Now, this is the top side only. This first one I believe is Column Clubber Path. Falling to pieces, hold Y to charge Column Duty. Release to smash the column and break off smaller pieces of it that damage enemies in a larger area. That's something we'll kind of have to see to appreciate. And next up is Club Doom. This is awesome, and I'm probably going to take this path solely because of that name. Column Duty can be charged even longer, dealing more damage in a larger area. It just looks really cool. That said, Jaded Fighter, I think, could be pretty good. First one on this path, cracking up, enemies turn to jade. Will burst out, causing small shards to damage enemies near them. That sounds pretty cool, maybe kind of like Hyper Beam Prism Breaks. Wow, pal. Next up, more Doric Warfare. Hold X to block attacks and do even more damage to block attackers. Again, I know a lot of people don't really like the defensive paths. I kind of do, particularly with the shield, just because they're so rare. Other thing I can tell you, if you think, man, you know, which one's he going to pick? I kind of wanted to see, you know, Column Clubber, but Jaded Fighter has me interested. Fear not, as always, I picked up a second Doomstone for the sole purpose of being able to showcase both paths. Plus, my most anticipated character, he's my favorite element, he looks awesome. There's nothing not to love here. Now, the soul gem for the top end is called Stony Stare. Hold X. Apparently I missed this soul gem too, so I'll actually have to go back for it. I have not recorded my What We Missed deal, so this is the first run-in I've had. I actually know I missed countdowns, which I don't know how because I found it in my other playthrough on the X-Bone, but I'll have to go back for this one. So, Stony Stare, hold X to block and cause enchanted snakes to come alive on the shield, damaging enemies while you block. Well, back out of here, we're going to take a look at the bottom side now. His secondary attack, if you will, primary on the bottom end. Stony Spin. Press A rapidly to attack nearby enemies and charge the Stony Belt. That can be seen on his figure. The belt increases damage and size the more it is charged. So again, sounds cool. Will be a pain to document. That's almost guaranteed. Next up, Spin Right Around. Hold A to charge a spin. Release to bounce between nearby enemies. That should be interesting to actually see that in the works. Hopefully it works with bouncing between dummies too. Otherwise, we're going to be going to arena challenges. Next up, revolutionary belt. Spinning belt does increase damage. Simple enough. And finally, base upgrade for the bottom end. Speedy spinner. Press A to increase the speed the belt is spinning. Speed is increased depending on how fast the belt is spinning. It's kind of a tongue twister. We'll have to evaluate that later. Here on the bottom end, the first path you can take is Serious Spinner. The harder they fall is what this first upgrade is called. Hold A to charge a spin, release to bounce between enemies, and knock the last enemy hit into the air, which will in turn damage them when they hit the ground. So that should be fun. Up next, Spinball King. Spin right around does increased damage. King of the Spinball Wizards. I kind of feel like this person that came up with all this was kind of, had some songs stuck in their head when they were doing this. We got the Who going on. We got some, 80s dance music. Just all kinds, just jaded, But next path is called the Carved Belt Path. Not sure how I feel about this one, but we'll probably form a better opinion after the base upgrades. Now shoot jade projectiles at enemies when spinning up, and belt pelters. Press A to spin and shoot powerful jade projectiles at enemies that do increase damage. Soul gem for the bottom end is called Spin the Tables. During the fourth spin, enemies in a large radius are damaged. So again, this really isn't done justice until we actually purchase the upgrades. So we'll come out of here. We're going to take a look at his quest now. First 6 pretty generic. Next 2 element specific. Final one, his personal quest. So defeat 1,000 enemies, eat 15 fruits, don't take damage, win 10 PvP, reach level 20 and get all the upgrades. I like that. If for some unknown reason this guy didn't appeal to you, you didn't like his primary attacks up top or on the bottom end, this encourages you to fully upgrade him, and then, as always, if you actually take the time to fully upgrade any Skylander, regardless of how much you don't think you will like them, you will probably find that they're not that bad. You can get lots of use out of them, and subsequently it'll be fun to get to level 20, so I'm kind of a fan of that one. Next up, Elemental is 7,500 elemental bonus damage. Now the 2 big Earth-specific ones. Savior of the Land. This one's a little strange. You just basically have to beat twisty tunnels without... Literally, you just use Doomstone the entire time. So once you go through, get everything taken care of, all your switching of characters, just go back through and... the sad thing is, I wish there would have been more shovels in there. That would come in handy, but nonetheless, that's all you do for that one. And then Unearther, use shovels to dig a total of 25 holes. Having to go through twisty tunnels helps some, but it would have been nice if maybe there were like 12, shovels. Then you'd be like halfway there or something. That said, his personal quest, the big one, the specific one for Doomstone, stop hitting yourself. Defeat 50 chompies just by blocking. So that should be fairly easy. You're just going to go with the shield up, and I assume the chompies take care of the rest. So we'll back out of here, back out of there. Going to come in 2 collection now. It's been a while since I've had to do this. Note right here. That little window that you see, top one right there is Boom Jet. I'm going to come all the way down and all the way over. Didn't know it was going to take this long to get there. But right here. Wait, that's not what I wanted. Anyway, from where we started down to right here, that is the complete set there. That is all 16 in a row. That indicates we have each of the swappers. For example, Washbuckler, the next completed check. Freeze Blade, Rattleshake, Night Shift, Spire Eyes. I know these because I do them in the same alphabetical elemental order. If you wondered what little combos would look like, you can kind of go through and check those out. For example, this is Doomstone, as you can see. Rubblestone, Freestone, Boomstone. We can come back over. We've got Blaststone, Firestone, Stinkstone, etc. And then you can actually come down the Doom column, and you'd have... Wait, I went one over. Doom Zone, Doom Kraken, Doom Bomb, Doom Drilla, though that actually looks kind of right at home there, Doom Drilla. Then we've got Doom Loop, Doom Shadow, Doom Char. Some of these look really weird, but they should play fairly well, a lot of them. This is the one my nephew thought looked cool, was Doom Blade. But you get the general idea there. It's really the first time I've showcased that. I can go through all 256 if you want me to sometime. Let's go ahead now. I actually need to go back to collection. Spyro's head's where I was trying to go. Note that overall we have 155, as you can see here. And now coming in, we have 19 on the Earth element. That puts it pretty high up there, kind of in a tie with several of the others. But right here, where is he? Somewhere, must be at the back. Yes, there's Doomstone. Again, his slogan, another smash hit. Let's go ahead and check out his bio. Cool artwork there. Really like that. He kind of looks a little brighter than he does in the game and in person, but I mean that like literally, like the brightness, the contrast, etc., not like mental or anything bright. Doomstone was carved from the strongest and purest stone in Skylands, then magically brought to life by a wizard who was rather lazy and wanted someone strong to carry heavy things and perform other tasks around his castle. Doomstone happily helped in his spare time learn the ancient ways of stone fighting should he ever need to protect the wizard, who became like a father to him. Sure enough, the need arose when the wizard was kidnapped by his evil twin brother in order to steal spells for himself. Doomstone wasted no time in using the skills he learned to save his master. Afterward, the wizard knew Doomstone had a greater calling and introduced him to Master Eon, who of course made him a Skylander. So, well, back out of there, back out of here, back out of there. Back out to the glorious training grounds here. And again, this is Doomstone. His speed is 35, but in all honesty, you know, I've had like 43s that seem slower than him. Smolder Dash, for example, before she got her +8 speed the other night, she's a 43, and I think Doomstone is someone that could like run with her, even though his speed is 35. Now, primary attack is Column Club. Let's just see what it looks like. Okay, so a basic sword attack. You can fire it. Actually, you can fire it off really fast. I was thinking there was going to be a lag time, so that's kind of cool. It almost looks like it's extending when I hit. Secondary attack is, of course, the primary on the bottom end. It's called Stony Spin. We're supposed to press the A button rapidly, and that will charge the belt. The belt increases damage and size the more it's charged. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. I'm just tapping it right now. Oh wow, I mean, I'm not rapid tapping at all. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now if I come in and actually rapid tap it, he just does that same stuff faster, and then there's just a short lag between those. Now what I'm going to try now is if we do 1, 2, 3 and then I just pause for a little bit, I want to see if the next tap will be that big spin or we go back to the first one. So let's check that out. 1, 2, 3. Gonna sit around, spin. You can see the belt actually twirling. So now I think the belt wore off. So I guess if you... Okay. See how it's kind of glowing and turning slow? Now it's like turning quicker because you're about to do that, and then it just stays like that. So that's kind of interesting. Anyway, let's go ahead and reset it. There's our fourth one right there. You always know it's the last one because it kind of makes a little rumble on the gamepad, gets bigger. Anyway, let's get some damage numbers here. Column Club, 40. That's a welcome sight. This is why I love the Earth element. Critical hit number. Alright. I just had this. I responded to this just a second ago. Actually, let me pull my phone up. It would be faster. It's important that I give this guy, assuming it's a guy, credit. Where's my Gmail? There we go. Alright, where is it? Somewhere down here. There's the activity. It was the Dunebug Scarab Sage video. Spyro 557. Dunebug was very complicated to showcase the damage numbers on because I had to go into arena challenges, etc. But Spyro 557 there actually said he thought he figured out a way to figure out critical hit numbers. Now, what he said is it seems like you multiply by 3 and divide by 2. So that sounds crazy, and you're like, wait, if this is going to be 40 and then 60, you're adding 20. But that format actually seems to work across the board. So essentially, we're seeing the 40 here, which I'm not going to hit because my luck it would be a critical hit before I explain this to you. 40 times 3 is 120, divided by 2 is 60. So let's go ahead and see what happens here. 40, and we should see a 60 eventually. There it was. So tried and true at that point. Now the secondary attack, which this may be a complete nut job to document. First spin, 6. Second spin, 8 and 12. Third spin, 10, 12. I feel like that was dropping frames. Nothing too crazy. 6, 8, 10, 12. And then it goes down in size. Okay, so maybe that's what it was. But 6, 8, 10, 12 for 1, 2, 3, 4. So 6 critical would be 18 divided by 2, 9. So 6 to 9. 8 times 3, 24 divided by 2, 12. 8 to 12, which if this sounds familiar, it's because that's what we've seen with so many. The 26 to 39s, for example, 26 times 3, 78. 78 divided by 2 is 39. That's why I'm kind of thinking he's really onto something, because it all matches up. 12 was next, wasn't it? No, 10 was next. So 10 times 3, 30 divided by 2 should be 10 to 15, which is again number patterns we've observed. And then lastly 12, 12x 3, 36 divided by 2, 12 to 18, which should sound familiar if you've watched any of my upgrade videos, because that's just what they do. So the cool thing though, well, 6, 8 and 12, 10, and then look though, as it gets smaller it continues to hit. Now I'd never seen the 4s before. Maybe it's just like getting so small it's kind of taking care of that. Anyway, big shout out to, let me get his name right again here. I can't remember, there's a 0. No, Spiral557 for pointing that out. I feel like I may have heard that in the past, maybe even like in Giants or SSA, but I had definitely forgotten it. Bottom line, instead of me, like if we got to a point where I'd been swinging this, you know, column club for 4 minutes or something, and I hadn't seen a critical number, I would basically just tell you, okay, it should be 60, and I would explain the math as an example there for you. That said, this is again what he looks like when he jumps. Pretty cool spin action to him, as you would expect. That's him off the mushrooms. That's about all I can show you here in this introduction. I'm going to go ahead and pause this. Again, thanks to Spiral557 pointing that out. I told him in the comment I would try to get him credit by doing it now. I assured myself that I won't forget to mention him. And taking the time to look his name up, I feel we're good. Again, that could actually be a girl. If it is, I totally apologize. Let me know. But yeah, we'll run with that. Usually on YouTube, you know, girls have like names you can easily pick up on. It's just something I've noticed. Again, if I'm wrong there, I apologize. Let me know. I'll get it corrected for you. But that is very cool. That's going to save me some time. If you did not know, I believe that works across the board. Basically, again, what you do, your standard number, like in the case of column club 40. Multiply it by 3, that's 40, 80, 120, and then you divide by 2, 120 in half is 60, so your standard hit 40, critical hit 60, you're home free. So again, it works thus far, and those numbers that I rattled off should sound familiar. It all lines up very well. So that said, this is Doomstone. I'm kind of losing my voice for some reason. That's why I have a peppermint. I was trying to prevent that from happening, but he is available now. Just hit at Toys R Us today, essentially, you know, Tuesday the 13th. Sometimes their midweek stuff's been a bust. They actually had nice stock. I know a lot of you may have been oblivious to this, particularly the hot toy alert didn't come the preceding night. It came during the day. That probably threw a lot of people off. But he is available. If you did not know, go now. Hopefully you can still land him. And again, if you miss out on him, don't give in to the scalpers. Just be patient. Pick him up for retail, or even better yet, on a sale. That said, the next thing I'm going to do, literally, I actually have Smolder Dash ready to go. I'll probably make her post, you know, Wednesday night. But the next recordings I do, it will be Doomstone's base upgrades, and then of course his, you know, paths. So it'll be the 5-video format like we've covered. I'm super excited about it. Can't wait to see how he upgrades. And then I'll kind of get back into the swing of things. So, as always, thanks for watching. Take the link at the top of the video description box. It will take you to a post dedicated to Doomstone. You can follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, circle me on Google+. Again, make sure you're subscribed. That'll keep you up with all the latest. Whenever I get his base upgrades, Column Clubber, Jaded Fighter, Serious Spinner, and Carved Belt up, as a subscriber, you'll be the first to know, so definitely make sure to subscribe. And again, thanks for watching. I will catch you back later, and again, good luck landing Doomstone. I have a feeling he's going to turn out to be very, very good. And again, he looks awesome. Definitely think people will enjoy playing as him, so hopefully that holds true. And again, thanks for watching. I will catch you back here next time.